Hey, I'm Jen Powter. I'm a weight loss and fitness expert, and today I want to talk about why weight loss has to be about more than just simply looking at your food and what you're doing for exercise. Yeah, for sure I talk with my clients about that, but it's never just that. Why? Because we all know what we should be doing, right? We know the foods that are healthy, we know that it's good to be active every day, but it's the other emotional things in our life that often get us stuck. I know for me, one of the big things was being a people-pleasing addict. And seeking validation from everybody else around me, wanting to make sure I was doing the right things, saying the right things, part of the right things. And along the way, I kind of forgot, or at least lost touch with who I was, what made me happy, and what really mattered to me. And I know I'm not alone because I get the benefit of talking to my clients every day, and they get to share very similar stories, right? At some point, we start to worry more about what our mother-in-law thinks, or what our best friend thinks, or what our sister thinks. And we start to give up on our own hopes and dreams. And we even start to sometimes adopt other people's beliefs and ideals and integrate them into our life when they're not actually true for us. You know, I was talking to a client the other day, and my advice was to adopt the WTFC approach. Who the fuck cares? Honest to God, when you stop living your life based on somebody else's rules or terms, you get to have far more freedom and joy and happiness. And it's amazing. You know, it's that freedom that comes from starting to ask yourself, what makes me happy? What do I want to do with my time right now? What fills me up and makes me feel good? And the work for that is being able to stay on your course, right? Because often what we're doing is we're numbing out to our feelings, whether it's sadness or a discontent or resentment or boredom, and we're using food or wine. Let me tell you, wine and booze, it's a big issue. Not an issue, but just it's what we do to kind of numb out, right? So we'll eat and we'll drink to deny and distract ourselves from what's really happening in our life. Really? Is that really how you want to go about living, or do you want to change? And I get it, change can be difficult, but it's also the thing that brings you the most freedom. So the next time you start to worry about why you're gonna say no to a drink and is that person gonna judge you, just think, who the fuck cares? It's my life. It doesn't matter what they think. It really doesn't. And often the biggest problem is that we go into these situations and we start to create stories and make assumptions about what other people think about us. That person likes me, that person doesn't like me. They think I'm annoying, they think I don't fit in here. They don't think I'm cool. Like, it's all just honest to God, self-created bullshit. And when you start to just cue into what feels good for you and what your truth is, your desire to use food and to use alcohol to kind of escape your feelings isn't as strong. And so miraculously, the weight starts to come off at the same time. So yeah, for sure, it's a blend, right? You gotta pay attention to how much you're eating and when you have a desire to take in more at night if you're bored, but you gotta take a look at the deeper emotional stuff. It's why my clients had success. It's why I was successful in losing over 30 pounds. And it's really the key to unlocking the potential for you to get in touch with living your best self. My core belief is that every single woman deserves to feel awesome in her own skin. And you also deserve to feel awesome about yourself. So my advice, stop caring so much about what other people think and start to really pay attention to you. What makes you happy, what fills you up, and just see what the shifts and changes are that happen for you. I'd be so curious to hear. Simply drop down into the comments box below and share. If you want to send me a message privately, you can do that too. I'll be back again next week with another video, so take a moment to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again next week. Bye. Can I say fuck? Who the fuck cares? Is that too much? But it's how I feel. Honestly, I just think, who the fuck cares? WTFC. It's a total principle to live by.